Did you know you can get a shortcut to become a successful business owner without having to go through all the trials and errors that 99% of startup business owners goes through? Stay in this video and I'll show you exactly if franchising is right for you, the right people to franchise, and what to look for when you're looking for a franchise business. And I'll also show you the difference between starting a business from zero or acquiring a franchise. Stay tuned. My name is Andre, and if you don't follow my channel, I go through my day-to-day of running a successful multi-unit location business. So if you guys don't follow it yet, you guys can subscribe to the channel and get more of a first-hand view on how it is to run and grow a multi-location franchise business. I'm gonna go into detail of the difference of starting, of the initiation process between a franchise and a non-franchise business. Let's go. So first, with a non-franchise business, let's say you're starting your brand from zero. No matter what industry you're in, if you want to open a store, start a service business, sell product, whatever it may be, you know, starting a restaurant as well. With your own brand, you're starting from zero. So think of it, you don't have nothing prepared, you don't have menus prepared for how to hire employees, you don't have a book, you don't have a manual. So you would have to do everything through trial and error. Even the process of building your stores, what products to provide, what type of service, prices, if you're on a service, mobile service business, how to fit your vehicle, your fleet, you know, you're starting with one vehicle, how to fit your vehicle with the right equipment inside, the right way to market, all the websites, specifically the website, and even sometimes learning how to provide the service itself if you don't know how to do it. That's the biggest difference here between starting your own business or your own franchise business. Whereas with franchise, normally off the get-go, you'd start with the operations manual. So as you've heard before, it's always better to learn from the mistakes of other people than to learn through your own mistakes and experience. So you don't go through the pain and all the time frame that it takes for you to learn and be a successful business owner. With franchising, in this case, you're gonna have operations manual step by step on how to start the business before you start operating. Yes, before you start providing the service or selling products or selling your food, if a restaurant, for example. So how to build your business, what materials to get. That is going to help you with saving money on not trying new products or trying new service. I'm gonna try to sell this and see if this is gonna work. From training videos, if you're hiring new employees, you don't have to perhaps create an entire training academy system so where you can hire an employee and train them in a fast enough pace so that you're not losing money. So hire, training, growing the business, acquiring clients. From acquiring clients as well from the website with everything ready. Normally, if you decide to invest in a great franchise business, they're gonna have everything ready in terms of training for your employees and the website as well. One of the biggest examples that I have here on the benefits of leveraging from a franchise brand and starting a franchise business is an experience that I had with one of our franchise owners. With this franchise owner, in the first year in business, because of all the structure of the website and all the structure of the brand presence in and of itself, his first year he was able to acquire a big contract where it already grew his revenue to 6-figure. And that would not have been possible because statistically speaking, business owner who started in the same sector, same industry, exactly the same type of mobile detailing service business, to acquire this particular revenue, it's not in the first year, it's actually not even in the 5th or 6th year. So here, because of leveraging from all the brand presence and everything with the franchise offered, he was able to also attain this contract. Now, franchising is also, there's a huge mistake of people who have this misperception about franchising, whereas they think that everything will fall into them, that they don't have to do any work. No, it still requires hard work. So let me put it this way. Franchising gives you more of the fish rod, not the fish itself. It teaches you how to fish as well, the correct way, without having to commit, numerous mistakes. Because you're learning from mistakes of others and you're repeating processes that actually had worked. You're not trying out processes that doesn't work and trying to see if it works. No, it's selected all the processes and starting way to franchise and starting process is all going to be around things that work. But it does require for you to do work. Also, something to really understand is if franchising is actually right for you, for your situation, for your personality. For example, if you're the type of person who is not teachable, who wants to do everything your own way, you don't want to follow procedures as well. And there are a lot of entrepreneurs that have this mindset. They want to do everything their own way. They don't want to follow anybody else. They just want to try for themselves. And that's the reason they are starting a business, right? So if you have a personality of being an entrepreneur, you may not have the personality to become a franchise owner, because with franchise owner here, you're following processes that are already existing. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you're giving an operations manual as a franchise owner. You're giving ways on how to start a business exactly the type of services that you're going to offer, and how you're going to build your store, how you're going to build your service vehicle that you're providing, what equipments you're buying, the ways that you're going to actually run the business to be successful. If you're looking to do everything yourself, I'm going to tell you, franchising is not the right decision for you to make. It's like you owning a McDonald's. If you're the type of person who wants to acquire a McDonald's franchise, but then you also decide that you want to start, for whatever reason, maybe it's a great reason that you want to start selling hot dogs in the McDonald's franchise that you have, that's not going to happen. It's not allowable. The brand, it doesn't stand for that. That's not the brand culture, and it's simply not going to happen. I personally have interviewed a variety of people that was interested in the Wings Mobile Detailing franchise. And this happened multiple times, where I would ask a bunch of questions to see if the person had the right personality to own a business. The person was showing a lot of interest to the business and was ready to close, but I had to back down. The team, we had to back down because the person would want to change things. It would want to gravitate away from the culture, from the services that the Wings Mobile Detailing brand actually provides. And so that wouldn't work out for the franchise, but specifically that would not work out for the person itself. The franchise owner would not be successful because he's going to have his focus, instead of growing the brand and following the procedures that will take him to skyrocket the business and grow successfully, he would be focused on changing things and trial and error to see what works. So then defeats the purpose of owning a franchise. But then there's also what types of franchise that you should look for, right? Where the best ones that fits you specifically. Not all franchises fits everyone. There's not one single franchise business that will fit everybody. And the first thing that you should look for when you start looking for the franchise that fits you is something that you like, something that not something that you love to do every day, because as a franchise owner, most likely you're going to be managing the business and not providing the technical service yourself. For example, our mobile detailing franchise business, franchise owners are not out there cleaning cars. When I started the business in mobile detailing, what I envisioned before I even had an idea in my mind, my vision was to start a business where this was in my mind, right? It's going to be hard to put into words, but what I wanted to do is manage a fleet of vehicles. If it's a service business, but wherever you have a fleet of vehicles that goes in and out, and have a bunch of fleet of vehicles that will be perhaps providing service. And then I start looking at a service business would be a great, pathway to achieve that goal. I wanted something with more of a low overhead, where I don't have to buy a big shop, or I definitely did not want any type of retail store. I did not want the stress of a restaurant. I wanted a business that's low overhead, low cost to start. It's below $100,000 to start such business. I'm giving an example here of Wings Mobile Detailing. But also that I would have that, managing vehicles in and out. And that was what caught my attention. And then I start looking for businesses in that niche. And I found it. So it could be a variety of different things for you guys, whatever you think that is the right fit for you. You might love to own a business where you are the operator, right? This business also allow you to do that. So a business that for example, you love making food, right? But you don't want a big restaurant where you're managing people how to make food. You're actually making the food yourself. So, inside that business, a restaurant business franchise that you may find, you have to handpick and see which one would be the right for you, even though you found the industry. And there are franchise owners with Wings Mobile Detailing that also does the detailing themselves, the clean cars themselves. They are hiring people to work for them, but they are also there, you know, taking the phone calls, of course, while in the field doing the car detailing services, but they are also doing the detail services. And the franchise helps tremendously with that as well, because while his focus on more on the hands-on as well, because he's using most of his time doing that, while he's of course saving money and the profit margin is higher, but also the franchise is doing all the work in the background, the back end, about, you know, federal marketing as well, for national marketing, you know, posts and everything else on training with the training academy. So that helps tremendously. Again, guys, if you're interested in actually looking hands-on of a franchise owner, the best thing you can do is go below on the subscribe here, type the bell button and subscribe to this channel, because I'll show you live my day-to-day, even through vlog as well. When finding a great business, you're gonna have to look at their reputation. And the best way for you to know if the franchise business brand is a great one or just an average one is looking online, is looking what people are saying about the service they provide. At the end of the day, you're providing the service that the business provides, or selling the product. That's what you're doing. That's what the business is for, is to serve people, either by selling a product, providing food, or providing a service. And you want to know if that business is great at that. At the end of the day, that's what they do. And the best way for you to tell is looking directly at their customers. Are they a business that have no reviews online on Google, Yelp, you know, a business that is not shown online? Or are they a business, if they're providing services to consumer, for example? Or are they a business that have, you know, a bunch of reviews, 5-star, a lot of people saying great things about it? Another thing is, are they a business that's actually present online? You know, are their services visible? Is the brand everywhere? And number 3 here, which is related to this, is how well known they are in their industry and sector, or directly in their industry. You know, if you're looking for a business, for example, in my field for mobile detailing, you want to know if they are everywhere in all the social media, and if they are the top businesses most well known. You know, of course, there's going to be a lot of small business owners out there with small businesses online that you can find, but are they the most well known online for that sector? If you think this video was helpful for you and you're excited to see more, like I said, about my day-to-day, or learn more about the franchise and seeing, even if you already own a business and you think about this in the future, definitely subscribe to this channel, hit the like button over there, and just check out the link on the description about the franchise that I also own as well. But on this next video, click here and you see my actually day-to-day and the operational cost that I'm having by servicing this huge client at an international car show for my business.